What's up everyone, welcome back to another FPL video. So today I'm going to talk through my last 2 weeks of points and game weeks that is, and I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do for the upcoming week, game week 23. I'm sorry I've been slack on videos. My resolution for this year is to do more videos, try and stick to one a week, fantasy football. And I want to progress into whether it's vlogging or doing gameplay. I've got into Call of Duty a lot recently, play FIFA, The Witcher, and so forth. So let me know what you think on that, if you have any comments about it. But let's just jump straight into the video. So first up, we've got Game Week 21 points. We didn't do amazingly, but we got around the average points again, which is okay. McCarthy did well for us in goal for Southampton, playing really well recently. He got me 8 points. Suyunshu got me 8, which I'm very happy about. Sidibe 3, Kelly 2 and Lunston 1, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's how it goes sometimes with defence. We know that we haven't got the best defence, so I wasn't too fussed or upset about that. Salah did very well for us. He got us 10 points. Sterling and De Bruyne both took a hit, which is a bit annoying. They won 2-1, but neither of them did anything. Sterling actually came on as a sub and I captained him, and I was debating him or Salah. Unfortunately, I picked Sterling and De Bruyne. I opted for the Man City attack. Zaha didn't do too bad for us, got us 5. He's still there, like he's close to being transferred out, but he's holding on. Because Crystal Palace aren't playing great, so you can't necessarily blame him. And some of the matches I've seen him in, like, he's not been performing amazing, but he's not been awful either. So we've got Traore, who I think Wolves at the moment are just really missing Jota. As soon as he's not in the squad, I don't know, they're playing a lot of games and stuff. I feel like they've got a lot of draws and losses at the moment as well. Going for a little bit of a bad patch, similar to Leicester City actually. But I'm sure they'll spring back. And then Rashford got 2, which was again pretty disappointing. And Vardy didn't play. You can't fault that. He's just had a child. His wife's give birth, so that's fair enough, I suppose. Can't hold it against him. Henderson got 2 on the bench. Target got 0. Vardy got 0, and Conley got 1. So that's game week 21. Let's jump on to game week 22. And as we can see here, we actually did okay. Like the game week 21, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to use my wild card, because I was gonna use my wild card before. I was gonna bring in like Madison, who did well, 3-point bonus and goal. I was gonna bring in some other players, and they did well. I was gonna bring in Fabianski, who got a clean sheet, but we didn't. And I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna stick with it a bit because of transfers and the FA Cup and injuries and stuff. And this paid off. We got above average, 62. I'm happy with 60s, 100%. So Henderson got us 6, got us a clean sheet. So Yunshu got us 1, which is a bit annoying when you look at some of the goals as well. It was a bit frustrating. I saw against like Southampton, and we just weren't the same team. Like from the stats, they were on top of us by like double the amount of shots. But we could have easily done something in that game, deserved a draw if not a goal. We had 3 disallowed goals, which was a bit annoying. Whether you love VAR or hate it, I don't think it should be in football. It's killing the sport for me. But moving on, Sidibe got a 6, which is very good again. Everton have hit form recently. They've got very good fixtures as well. We've got Lundstrom, who's got 6, Mr. Reliable. Kelly got 2, which is fair enough for his price. You don't expect much. Salah, Mr. Consistent again with 6. De Bruyne got us 9, so that paid off. Perez got us 2. Traore got us 2. Traore's taken a couple of hits now, so he's definitely one to look at. And then Rashford got us 12, which was very good. But then in a couple of days after that, he got injured. He got injured during the game, and actually came on as a sub, and then he went off because he fell on his back. So I think he could be out for a couple of weeks. And Vardy just got a assist, I believe, and got us 10 points. Our bench, McCarthy got 3, Sterling got 0 because he didn't play again, Target got 0, and Conley got 0. So with that being said, I looked at this and I was trying to hold out for this video. I held out 2 weeks prior to this on my wild card, And I've now looked at it and I can't do what I planned for that because they've gone up. And I looked at this after the game week and I thought 62, it is good, but I've been looking at teams now for a while. I know people are coming back and Sterling's not performing, Traore's not, and so forth. And I was like, I need to do something with this team, and if I don't do it now, I probably won't be able to afford it again, and I'll have a worse team. So I've actually gone ahead and done my wild card. So I hope you don't mind with that. But luckily, if I didn't that? If I didn't do it, then I wouldn't have the team that I had. So let's jump into that. Our pick for the week. So if we go on my team now, and this is the team that I've come up with. So we've kept MacArthur, our sub goalie before previous. I've kept him in, and I've took out Henderson for Martin for West Ham, but they've just sold Rayner, so he'll probably be number one. So this is a couple of problems. I've got a couple of problems. I'll go after them after. I'll talk for my team first. So we've got Gomez, Holgate, and Sunshu in defence. I've kept MacArthur in, and he's going to be on number one as it stands, because Southampton are hitting form. He's got okay fixtures, and a goalie's a goalie, in my opinion. Like, look at all the top goalers: Edison, Alisson. I think Schmeichel is actually the top goalkeeper at the moment because he's got like joint clean sheets. Liverpool have come back now with clean sheets, but so it doesn't really matter about goalkeeper. Sunshu has done well for us, so I can't get rid of him. I really can't. He's goal threat as well. And Leicester have still good with clean sheets and they've got okay fixtures, so I've kept him in. Holgate, I did a swap for Sidibe because Sidibe has done okay with us. Not amazing attacking returns like I had hoped, just clean sheets. So I thought, bring Holgate in. I know he's cheap and he might not necessarily even start some games, but under the new manager, he's started every game. So I think he'll be one that'll come up, and he's actually gone up in price already. So he's a good one to have. Everton have got really good fixtures as well the next 3 or 4 games. And then I've bought in Gomez. Liverpool again have started to hit clean sheets, and I think he is a great little young player. He will become great under Van Dijk, who wouldn't? But the only problem with this is that Matip and Lovren are back in training, so I don't think they'll start against Man U because it'll be too soon to rush them back. But in 2-3 weeks time, especially that double game week where I wanted a cheap Liverpool defender, then I can see them being rotated there, and Gomez might not play. So that's something to look at, but we have got the bench available, I suppose. But midfield, I think this is one of the strongest midfields you can get, with obviously spending money on forwards as well. So I've gone with the 3-4-3, and I've got Maddison, I've got Salah, De Bruyne, and Martial. And my thinking of that is that it's spread it around with teams that are in form and scoring most of the goals. So that's what I'm hoping for. And my forwards are Ings, Aguero, and Firmino. Again, similar thing. The 3 sort of top forwards at the moment, discarding Vardy, of course, and maybe debatably Calvert-Lewin, and Rashford, of course. But I've bought in, so instead of, I know I've had from like, I don't even know what game week, must be in the 10s or lower, I've had Rashford and Vardy. But the people in my league and people like top 100 and stuff like that, everyone has just got Ings, Vardy, Rashford. And I know I might get points minus and lose out on goals because Vardy and Rashford are definitely going to score again, like from now to the end of the season. But I'm hoping with having Maddison and Martial, they can get the counterpart of the goal, so whether that's the assist or the goal, to those 2 previous players I had. Obviously, I made this before the game that Rashford got injured in, which was quite lucky. And I also made it before Aguero started and scored the hat-trick and got an assist. So that's quite interesting. I sort of predicted that in my head, if you like. So I think that's a good set of players. I think Ings, obviously in form at the moment. You've got to have him, Rashford, Vardy, one of the 3. They're the most informed strikers. Aguero is incredible, and now he's back and he seems fully fit and up for it and wanting to score. Excuse me. I think he'll be a great asset to the team and he'll score a lot of goals. The only problem with that is some people won't be able to bring him in. Luckily we had Sterling, because I was thinking about bringing in Salah and Mane, but I thought points wise it'll be more beneficial, and maybe rotation of the players. Salah and Firmino would be more beneficial because then I could bring in Aguero, because with Salah and Mane I just would miss out. So I think that's a good selection of players for my starting 11 that I've picked so far. Obviously I've got Martin in goal, and the problem is that he probably won't play at all now because of Reina. So do I go for just the Southampton backup, which obviously won't play, but just in case McCarthy gets injured? Or do I just go for like Button, who's 3.9, and have more money in my bank, just in case, you know, in the future if Gomez doesn't start playing our whole game, we can switch out some defenders. I'm not too sure on that. I've got Dendoncker because he's recently done quite well, and he's still very, very cheap. I think 4.3. Creswell because of the double game week, and he's probably the best out of the West Ham defenders, to be honest. West Ham aren't doing amazing at the moment, but I imagine him turning it around sometime soon. Maybe not against an informed Everton team, but I think they'll do something soon. And Williams has had 2 or 3 starts now, and I think last game week he got 10. He's quite attacking as well, and he's a good little player to have, especially for 4 million. So we'll probably never start with him, but he's good to have for a bench boost or a player to sub in. So transfers, yes, confirm transfers. That is the wild card done. We've got 0.4 in the bank. That is the goalie for the rest of the season so far. That is a bit scary. But if you look at Southampton's fixtures, I'm happy. I'm happy. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment, guys. I say I'm going to try and get more videos out there, push on out and grow the channel more. It's just I don't have too much time. I say I don't have too much time. I do work from home editing, but that consumes a lot of my time, and then with my free time I don't want to be doing the same thing, if you know what I mean. So I try to get out there, exercise, see the missus and stuff. So let me know what you think on that. If it's video games, if it's general chit chat, let me know. But if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully our wildcard pays off. Peace.